Hey everyone, I've just finished shooting my first short narrative film, which should be coming out in a couple weeks' time. So what I wanted to do in this video was talk about what I did in preparation for this film. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing I did was write a little brief of what I wanted the film to be. Now, because I did this with school, this film had a couple of requirements, which you'll see come up here. So it had to be like 3 to 5 minutes long, and then we were given a genre, a sound effect, a shot, a prop, and a line of dialogue.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Which you had to include. So I wrote a little brief just so I could kind of get my head around what the story was going to be. This is where I developed the story of my film. I got the idea on my head down onto paper just so I could kind of see it and I'd remember it when I was developing it. The next thing I did was write a screenplay. Now this isn't like a requirement. You don't have to write a screenplay for it to be a film, but we had to. So I wrote a screenplay, whatever you want to call it, where I wrote down all the actions of my character, and I put in little numbers on the script so that I knew where it lined up on the shot list. More on that in a minute. So in the script, I had my dialogue, my actions, yeah, it's just laid out like a normal script. I used the template that you can find online, just so it looks nice and fancy. So that was the second thing I did. So on recommendation of Ryan Connolly from Film Riot, he did a video on a similar topic. I'll link it down below, if I remember. I probably won't. Yeah, on his recommendation, I went through the script, each copy of the script, and highlighted it. So on my copy, I highlighted it 3 different colours. I did 1 colour for camera and lighting, 1 colour for prop and setting, and 1 colour for things I'm going to have to think about in post. So that just means that when I'm flicking through while I'm editing it, it means I can see what needs to be done, and when I'm on set it reminds me to do certain things. So that's what I chose to do, and I've found it really helpful so far. The third thing I chose to do was a shot list or a shooting script. So this is where you write down every single shot that you need to get to make sure you don't miss anything at all. So I broke my film's broken down to 3 acts. I had a shooting script for each act with about 20 to 30 shots on, all numbered, and then on it says shot number, shot type, camera movement, description of the action, duration, edit. Because then all these things, it means when I'm shooting, I cross it off to make sure I get every single shot I need. Now you don't have to shoot this in order. I didn't, and I find it very useful not to. The way I shot my film is that I broke it down. I broke my shots up into ones where my camera needed to be on a gimbal, and ones where my camera needed to be static on a tripod. So I did all the tripod ones first, and then switched the camera to the gimbal, and did all of those ones, because otherwise I would have had to keep switching it back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. I didn't want to have to do that. The fourth thing I did was prepare my gear. So on the morning of the shoot, I went, I made sure all my batteries were charged the night before, and then I got all my gear out and I assembled like light stands, and I assembled the I assembled the boom pole with the NTG2 on the end, and I put the monitor and the camera in the cage, and yeah, it just means that you're not having to think about that later on when you're actually shooting. It means we can get straight into it when we go. I'm just getting everything ready, and of course, as is typical for me, something's broke. This is a cheap little shotgun kit and it's broken. I wanted to follow focus because I've got the manual lens. Yeah, so I wanted to use the follow focus here because I've got a manual lens on my camera, but the plate is stuck on. Look at this. Let's switch to manual focus 1 sec. This right here, the things come off and there's a little brass screw, like bolt, I don't know what it is, there's a thing, and it means that the plate is now stuck in and it will not come out at all. Okay, so we're just getting ready for the shoot later on. We're going to be shooting my first little proper short narrative film. So I'm just getting everything ready. And of course, as is typical for me, something's broke. This is a cheap little shoulder rig kit I bought from Amazon from a company called Neewer, and it's broken. I wanted to use a follow focus because I've got my manual lens. Wait one sec. Yeah, so I wanted to use the follow focus here because I've got a manual lens on my camera, but the plate is stuck on. Look at this. Let me switch to manual focus one sec. This right here, the thing's come off and there's a little brass screw, like bolt, I don't know what it is, there's a thing, and it means that the plate is now stuck in and it will not come out at all.